Hello, everyone. It's your host Damien here with a new podcast. We are here today with our special guests, Taniv, Thomas, and Lewis. We are here today discussing the Transcendentalist belief system. Now you may be asking, what even is that? Well, the Transcendentalist movement created a new era, overriding the Puritan belief in which they believed they should only write about God and that their life all revolved around the Lord. The Transcendentalist movement came into fruition when Ralph Waldo Emerson was tired of the Puritan belief system and saw it as an outdated system. Emerson saw a direct connection between man, nature, and God. Emerson was an individual who believed God was best understood as a spirit that was everywhere and always filling the world with the inexhaustible power of the divine presence. This became the idea of transcendentalism, where people have knowledge about themselves and the world around them that transcends or goes beyond what they can hear, taste, touch, or feel. The transcendentalist people believed that the individual was the center of the world, that God was within them and everywhere in nature, that the structure of the universe comes with self-knowledge. The people would practice individualism and self-reliance as only through these concepts could an ideal society be made. For the reason that people believed the inherent goodness of individuals, though the reason that people became corrupted was because society demanded conformity, and conformity kills the individuality of a person, making everyone seem the same. The goal of transcendentalism is to stray away from following society's orders, having true freedom, and to follow your own belief and will. Throughout society, they set up systems to forget about nature and self-reliance by creating artificial aspects such as money, causing us to place big value and emphasis on money when in reality we should be focusing on ourselves and nature. The advances in technology cause more problems in society as technology ends up running us, the people. What one should really do is stay at home and get in touch with their inner self. That society, the way it currently runs, is encaging us as people, which strips our individuality and places our care on unimportant aspects in our lives.
In modern-day society, transcendentalist ideas are still evident in ideas such as popular songs, commercials, and even video games. Now let me explain. You may ask how. This idea blends so well that we aren't even aware of when it occurs. Think about popular music artists in our society today, such as Katy Perry. You don't have to be a fan to understand how this occurs. Their songs are about being original and proud of the person you are. Through her songs and other artists' songs, though none of us are the same, we are all connected and all meant to live different lives. These songs say be yourself, not to just be an empty person who follows the crowd for our whole life. And as Henry David Thoreau said, think of yourself, or others will think of you without thinking of you. Henry is telling us to become who we want, not what these people shape us as. Even in cases like video games, though it doesn't tell you to be yourself, these games can encourage one to be themselves by offering a myriad of ways to play. Through different hobbies, actions, beliefs, you make up your own unique person. We need individuality to make up our society, and in the article I Hear America Singing by Walt Whitman, singing with their open mouths is their most melodious song. This is telling us that all Americans help piece together the puzzle that is America, and at times we individuals can feel like our life is meaningless, or there's no point of adding into society through all of that. For us, Americans are a big puzzle making up the country, and each of us are a piece in order to fully establish the society. By being different, we fit into a different shaped piece of the big puzzle that we can only accomplish because of who we are.
Transcendentalism enforced this into our society as people didn't want to feel like an AI robot that is the same as everyone else. They all wanted to do something they enjoyed, be someone different, not just another person who was like everyone else. They wanted to be someone different. These transcendentalists stood up in society back then by fighting for things such as slavery and gender equality, where we're now today with the new generation, our generation, we fight for equality of all, religious freedom and fairness and laws in our society. And instead of listening to what people tell us, we want what's right for us in society, what's fair. By influencing many political movements of abolishing slavery and shaping freedom or of rights, this idea of political movements of freedom and fairness in society can be found even last year during the Black Lives Matter movement, where we fought for the idea of injustice towards the colored man, and not just the colored man, but all minorities. To this day, we still have people fighting over freedom and justice in our society. According to CBS News, that same month, Parliament introduced a bill that will give police greater power to restrict protests. Ironically, it inspired a new round of protests, with the rallying cry, "Kill the bill," that also called attention to the problem of violence against women. Even today, people will fight for social injustices that we see today in our society. And on that note, now we can discuss, was it good that they left these beliefs, or was it bad? I believe, yes, it was a good idea. It made us have a mindset to be creative and not follow what people want from us and what orders they give us. If the idea that we should only focus on God and reject self-reliance was a thing, we would have become people who knew God more than ourselves. This movie was important for us to figure out who we really are and who we want to be, and to pass movements in our society allowing people to speak up about political and social issues in society.